Thanks for joining me again. We are doing the recording for everybody who are not here with us, or if even you need for the future time. These are the acrylic paint. We have acrylic actually is a water-based medium, same as watercolor, same as gouaches. Is not oil-based, is a water-based. So you can mix with the water and easily get dry very quickly. So it would be great to finish the piece in 2 hours. We have a paint like different brand and different quality, but I'm just letting you know we have like Amsterdam, we have Liquitex, other friends join us. So we have Amsterdam, we have Liquitex. This is a little bit like less pigment has. This is more professional and has more pigment. And we have many more brands like Artist Love, like this one. All of them are so good. But if you would like to work with more pigment, heavy pigment, and more shiny result, I recommend to go with this better quality. But these are expensive for sure. I know that it's hard sometimes to buy all the paint with this quality. But even when the different art store has a discount, you can go one by one to take those if you like to continue with more painting. Those are really good quality has. But this is very good as well. Amsterdam, very good. I find in acrylic paint most of them are works very well. So these are about the paint, and we need yellow, we need red, we need blue. These are primary colors that we need. For yellow, I'm going to use yellow, cat yellow, or some warm yellow. Doesn't matter the name actually. If you have any yellow which is warm, would be okay, would be great. And for blue color, I'm really happy with ultramarine blue and cobalt for the mixing color. And for the sky color, I really love cerulean and light blue color. These are so good. Even if you have just one blue, don't worry. We mix white with the blue and we can get the light color with that. The other color that we need is a red. So we have 2 different red, like cadmium red, which is warm and orangey red, and alizarin crimson, or like red rose. These are pinky red. These are pinky red. Because with primary colors, we can mix them together and we can get the new colors, which is secondary colors. If we mix 2 yellow and red, we can get orange. If we mix yellow-blue, we can get green. If we mix blue and red, we can get purple. But it depends which blue, which yellow and red we can mix. For this model that we have already, if you see here, it's really pinky purpley. It's really pinky purpley we have in this model. So if we mix cat red with yellow, we can, cat red with blue, our purple is more warm. It's more close to burgundy. But I recommend if you have alizarin crimson or any pinky red, like this quinacridone magenta or even red rose, we have, or crimson red, we have so many pinky quality red, pinky tone red. So you can choose that one for our landscape to make the purple. And for sure, we can have white to make all the colors lighter. Black can make all the colors darker. But just in case, I have yellow ochre. This is a greeny yellow. If you have it, this is so useful. Even if you like to paint more nature, I recommend to have at least yellow ochre or raw sienna. This family of the colors are so good. These are the yellowy, greeny, browny, something like this tone that is very close to nature colors that we need. And then I have sap green for the green color. But if you don't have it, the green doesn't matter. Yellow and blue give you the green color. I have all the primary colors. I will mix with those and make them lighter with white. But just in case, I have the purple, I have pinky color if you would like to see, and I have like turquoise color as well. This model has some turquoise, but we can mix with those color. I'm going to show you how you can reach that color. So these are about the paints. If you have any question, please let me know. If not, we can talk about brushes. So for the brushes, I recently bought this bunch of brushes that is amazing. So I love them. These are from Michaels, if you would like to know that. And it has different kind of shape and size. This is a flat one, which is really good. In bigger size, larger one, and smaller one. This is filbert brush, which is curvy on top. That's so useful as well. This is round and pointy brush, the big size. This one is liner brush or ringer. This is a liney, very tall, and it's perfect for the line. We don't need it for this painting, but I just show you different kind of brushes. This is fan brush. We can make the grass and some things in nature with this one. We don't need it for this painting actually. And these are the small flat brush. And this is the angled brush. It's an angled. So, and the small pointy brush. Okay, and these are filbert as well. But if you see, these are different length it has. This is longer, this is shorter. Most of the time, shorter brushes is perfect for gouaches and watercolor because we can take the brush for like a pencil and do painting on a flat surface on a table or even a little angle. But if you would like to work in front of the easel, the long brushes is perfect because you can take your brush like this from the end part. Easily you can painting from in front of the easel. So these are about the brushes. I really love filbert brush, just in case to know. And I sometimes finish all my paintings with just one filbert brush, and that's it, which is so great. And I would like to use a palette knife. This is palette knife. It can be plastic, it can be metal like this. It's helpful for mixing the paint. If you have it, it's great. And I'm going to mix my acrylic paint on a palette paper pad, which is easy because it's just one paper sheet. And after I mix my paint, after I use that, just one paper sheet, I put in the garbage. I don't need to clean it after. Or you can use plastic plate from dollar store or any plastic that easier to painting and put in the garbage, not clean it after. Because acrylic has glue, it's hard to clean it. So it's easier to work with this kind of palette. If you have glass palette or a plastic one, perfect to do, but you need to clean it after that. So now we are talking about the surface. I'm going to work today on this wood panel. You can find it everywhere. I buy this one from art store, but Home Depot or any kind of store has this kind of wood board. And for acrylic, doesn't need to prepare anything. You don't need to add the gesso. You don't need to do any preparation before. You can just go on top of the surface and paint on it. It's like a wood. But if you have a regular canvas, that's amazing too. You can use that. Different size is perfect. Any size you like, welcome to do. But it's better not to be smaller than 8 by 10 inches. So this is actually 12 or 10. I think it's 10 by 10 inches, this one, and it's a square shape, the available surface that I had for tonight. But any kind of size, even oval shape we have, even square, rectangular is fine. The model is not a square shape, it's rectangular. So if you have the rectangular one, it's better to be like the tall part be like that, and then the shorter be here. So I need to grow a little bit more for my landscape. We need glass of water to clean our brushes. We need rag or napkin to clean our brushes as well. So I don't think we need anything else. We can start. Okay, everyone are okay? You don't have any questions? So I'm going to start adding my paint on my palette. So first of all, I go with white.
Just a real quick question. I'm sorry. I think my canvas
Usually.
is 11 by 14. Which direction did you want it in?
It's
Going
best
landscape or portrait?
uh, portrait, I think it's better. I'm going to add yellow. I start with the lighter color and then gradually make my palette with the darker tone. There is no rule actually for preparing the palette, but every artist has their own choice. I'm going with the white to start and then move on with yellow. Just in case I add this red because this is an orangey warm red. We don't need this much, but just would like to show you when you mix it with blue, what kind of color it gives you. And then we are going to add the alizarin crimson or even quinacridone magenta, any pinky color, any pinky red you have, that's amazing to add here. And then the blue. Then I'm going to start with light blue and then dark blue. But if you have just one blue, don't worry, you can add that blue. If you have ultramarine cobalt blue or phthalo blue, please choose ultramarine or cobalt because these are purpley bluey. Phthalo blue is a little bit greeny blue, so it's not good for the sky. This one. And if you have the green, we can have the green after the blue. Doesn't matter which green. This is warm green, and the name is sap green. But we have bluey green. The name is Viridian. That's amazing too. If you have, you can use that. I have a purple. I don't need to add in my palette, but I just like to have the paint too. I love all the colors, so most of the time I buy most of them that I need. And I think I need it. Sometimes I don't. And I need the brown for the tree. If you, for the darkness, the shadow part of the tree. If you have it, would be great. If you don't, doesn't matter. Black and red gave you brown. So just add red and black if you don't have any brown. I don't think I use black, but I don't think I use the black because I have brown. Okay. My palette. And then I'm going to start mixing the sky color. So on the model that I share with everyone, I think I share with you, I pretend this is the sky part and the rest is the landscape part. So even this part of the nature, which is really far, I imagine that it's a part of the nature. So for this one, big one, you can just add a curve. I'm going to do that later. And I would like to see the colors. It's really colorful, the sky. The main part is bluey, light blue color. A little bit dark blue and purple is another part. And on the stance, we have, beside the purple, we have yellowy, orangey color. So it's easier to prepare all these colors and then apply on a canvas because acrylic dry fast. So right away it's better to do all of them at the same time and don't let your acrylic dry and your sky have a hard edge in your canvas actually. So I'm going to prepare light color, which is yellow, orange, and then different blue and purple. So I take my white. I'm going to mix with a teeny tiny yellow. The sky is not much warm like this one. It's more lemon yellowy color. So I'm going to mix this. And you see with palette knife, it's so helpful and easy to make. Mix them together. Depend on the size of your canvas, you can choose the amount of your mixture. Because if you go with the bigger size, larger size of canvas, you need more pile of paint. And after this, we need some peachy, pinky color. So again, I take white, tiny yellow, same color as yellow that I make. So for peachy tone, I need a little bit red color to add. Teeny tiny red, like this. I prefer slowly, little by little add, because red is a strong color, can change the value so fast. So I would like to go little by little. I can use this yellow, this red, and I can use this red, doesn't matter which one. Both of them give me peachy color. Peachy orangey. You can see this color, really peachy orangey. So it's a mix of yellow, white, and a little bit red. Every time I mix, I clean my palette knife with napkin. Then I move to premix other colors, which is pinky color. My pinky color is very dark, so I need to make it light with white color. Take white, again, little touch of red or pinky color that I have to make the lighter color of pink. If I bring closer, this is yellow, this is orangey peachy color, and this is pinky color. Yellow, white, yellow, a little red and white, and this one is red and white. So you can premix those, and then I move forward for adding other colors. I need more white to add because in mixing we need lots of white. The main part of any painting is pre-mixing the colors, make them ready, because if you have all the colors in your palette, it's easy to cover the canvas. You just need to take the brush, take the paint, and just adding them beside each other. Okay, I have light blue color, which is good for the sky. Even a little white we can mix with this. For who doesn't have any light blue color, I go with this dark one. Take white here, tiny blue, mix with my white to see what happens. Give me light blue color. Then I see it's very light, I need to add more. So I'm going to add more dark blue. Depend how much lightness and darkness you would like your color has, you can add more or less blue into your white. So I'm pretty happy with this color. Keep it like that. If you have just one dark blue, so we need to mix with white and reach the lighter value. Okay. So now we can move forward to mix the purple. As we know, pink or red and blue give us purple. So I would like to mix blue, pinky red. It's very dark. And then I add white to my mixture. Now you can see such a nice purple we can get. We need a lots of purple, so you can mix a lots of blue with red, pinky red. Because of the sky, most of the part is purpley, and even the landscape need a lots of purpley tone. Light and dark. I take this one, which is a little darker, and the same, I go to make it a little lighter. So the same color, but more white. Two different purple, light and darker. It depends how much blue and how much red you add. Your purple move to bluey purple or reddish purple. Okay, these two purple. So for the first, we just add blue and white to get the lighter blue. For these two purple, we mix blue, pinky red, and white for this one. And then again, the same color we mix for that one, but this time I add more white to mix with. And I feel we need one more color, which is something like warm pink, and not light like that, a little darker than this. So I take this one, mix with a little bit white, not much white, because I would have a little darker pink for the stance. The part which is the moon is there, close to that. With purple, there is some pinky color I can see. I'm gonna show you. I'm in this part of the sky. This pinky close to the moon here. It's a little pinky purpley. So beside the purple, I want to have darker pink. Red and white give you darker pink. Now we are ready for our mixture. We can start apply on the canvas. So I know that this part of the landscape is green. Don't worry about that greeny color. I'm going to use this color, peachy color, to separate. Especially here, which is dark, it's better to start with the light color for you. So I separate the sky part and the landscape part into half, and then move like a curve down, like this. And the good point and things about acrylic is, even when we are not happy with any part, we can cover it. So don't worry about anything. And then from here, the center, I just go like this. It looks like a two parts of the heel, like that. And now we are adding, we start from the center, then go to the top. I'm going to start with this peachy color, back and forth, take heavy paint like this, really heavy paint, and then apply on the center of the canvas, back and forth to cover it. The difference between canvas and wood is wood absorb a lot. So I need to premix 100 times. Canvas is not like that. So this part, again, I go with the yellowy color. I'm not going really high, just a little bit. Mix yellow to the center a little. Okay, continue till this part. Even I feel the heel is really high, so I can cover it. I bring it lower. Everything I can do in my painting. I don't need to force myself to just follow the drawing. If I am not happy, I just change it. What is this? Okay. Sometimes when it's sticky, you can bring the water, mix with your paint. That would be helpful. Your brush move easier. So we are not doing the light part very high. That's fine. I need to wash the brush or switch the other brush because I would like to move on with the darker color a little bit. And that's my purple. So I'm going to take the purple. I go with a darker one first. Yeah, I go with the darker one. I just come on top of these colors. You don't need to add the moon right now. We are just go with the purple, but the moon will place here. The purple is the part that we are going to add the moon in between, in the middle of that. But first of all, go with purple, back and forth, even this pink, dark pink. You can mix to the center, back and forth, even if you like, you can blend them a little bit together, the purple and this peachy color. If you like not to see hard edge, you can go a little bit with the peachy color into purple, very gently, or even pinky color. Doesn't matter which one. We just try to make the warm pinky, peachy, yellowy mix into each other to make our sky beautiful. Okay. And then I finish the side of the purple. Still, I'm not move really high. I need to have a short strip. And I would use all these colors I mix here and make them ready. So this is part, the center of the moon. I'm not adding that now. Just keep it for later. Okay. So I'm going to mix a little bit this orangey part because in my sky, even in this painting is fine because there is a lot of color just sit beside each other, which is amazing for acrylic. In acrylic, we don't have much blending. We just try to sit all the colors beside each other and make the painting more interesting. So we have the same here. Purple sit beside yellow, pink mix with the purple, and here is a little bit warm orangey. So like that. One more, like not layers, like one line, we need to bring a little bit peachy color that we had already, like white, yellow, and pinky color on top, like a small line on top. I just try to blend a little bit in between. Sometimes because of the habit I have, I work with the oil. I try to blend a lot, even in acrylic, but you don't have to. You just need to help the colors sit close to each other. So just that. I try to add more warm color now this time. Warm color, I mean the yellow and peachy, these two first color that we make. You can apply more till here, and the rest supposed to be purpley. And even blue color we need to add too later. Okay. So I'm going to mix more warm yellow color here, grow the sky. White and yellow, you can add lighter color too, because this peachy orangey is a little warmer, which is nice, but sometimes it's okay to bring the cool lemon yellow on top as well. And you see this movement, which is very nice. Okay, I'm going to cover a little here like that. The rest supposed to be start with the blue and then add the purple. This is first pass. And then if we need more to add, we'll do that later. But we need to be careful because the blue come beside yellow give us green, but we don't want to have a green in our sky. So we need to wait a little get dry, or we need to be really gently beside this yellow color, not to touch it more a lot. So I'm coming with the blue to cover whole the sky with just blue color. The light blue that I make. Please not see any cloud now. I know there is a dark cloud, need to cover it, but we'll cover just the blue and then we are coming on top later. So this is the white and blue color, which is the lighter blue. You can have your brush stroke any kind of way that feels happy for you. So you can go like back and forth like this. You can go top and bottom. You can go circle motion like this to make the cloud like a circle. It's a sky. Anyway, you feel comfortable and happy. Please add your blue color on your sky. Please cover all the white of canvas, or if you work like me on wood, all the creamy part of the wood. Premix if I need more. So I go with this purple, start from this side of the sky, which is a little darker need to be. And I try to add a little circle motion, like circle-y brush stroke, carry. If you have flat brush, it's okay, you can go with that. If you have filbert brush, it's helpful, more easier to do. So I'm going to add this layer. Even sometimes we need to add a drop of water in our painting to make it runny. In some part, we need some glazing. You see, if I add the water on top, like this, it gives me glaze, like a really juicy, nice watercolory style, like that. See, it's so watercolory style. So it's like a glaze on top of the blue. If you add just the water with the blue color on top of your, with the purple on your sky. So I'm going to take a little blue for this side. And the ultramarine blue is amazing. It's exactly the color that we need. And I just go with more brush stroke. If you see my brush, I just try to make it really curvy like that. Okay. And then more white mixed with light blue color. I just try to mix light blue with more pure white and light blue color again. So we are in the colors of purple and different purples and different blues, light and dark. We are adding more, just back to blue, purple, and then the white color. You can go with a pure white even if you like to make a heavy paint. Take heavy paint It's like playing with the paint on top of the sky. And then even I can use this pink too. Back to purple. Just try to add pink, purple, blue, and make a cloudy sky. But we need to keep that light blue as well. We don't want to cover all of the part with the darker purple and blue. So we need to keep that blue. Be careful not to cover all the light blue color. If you cover like me, you need to bring it back again. Okay. And then I would continue move my cloud a little bit lower. I just grab my dark pink and bring it lower. I can use a little bit purple here in between because this part of the sky is a little dark. So it's okay to go with a little darker color, which is darker purple. The reason I premix my palette is because at the same time I touch dark purple, I touch light purple, I go with the pink, I go with the blue to help them sit close to each other in my sky. It's so much easier because when I have one color and then I add here, then I have to premix there, and again this one get dry. So it's better to have everything ready. Okay. I feel I'm fine with this side. As I share the model with you, if you have it close to you, it's easier. Sometimes you can look at the model, then you will feel you would like to add more cloud on the sky or less. Okay. So I'm happy with the bluey color and purpley color on my sky. I would just a little line add here. Even if it's so hard, I add a lighter tone. I wish you can see my brush stroke. I try to use more heavy brush stroke. If I turn this side, you can see the shine and even see my brush stroke. So I'm not worried about the blending. I can show you one technique because for this sky, now the top part that we work, it was more bluey purpley. I know that we jump to the yellow one. If we add yellow close to blue, we can get green. So if we don't want this happen, we can do something. We can just come with a little pure white color, exactly pure white color, more into our yellow, between the yellow and blue. So I'm covering it with more white. When I add the white, that would be amazing to help me bring the yellow. So it helped me not to make the green. Or even, this is raw sienna, but it's very close to yellow ochre. it gives me some color like that. If I put here like this, you see this color, like olive color, something like this. And so any green you can mix with yellow and a little brown. I hope give you something close to this. So this is very useful color. And I choose the larger size brush this time again. I take this paint and try to apply everywhere. Your brush stroke can be really peachy, like this, patchy. Doesn't need to be perfect, left to right or top to bottom. You can just go like that. You can see my brush stroke because it's a nature. Even if you like, in between, you can just take the pure green. You see some dark and lightness happen, which is nice. And we can cover the big part of our canvas much more faster with one color. So much easier. We don't have the busy, colorful sky for this part. So you can be a little relaxed to add some green on your canvas. And then until this part completely get dry, you can finish the sky if you still need more coverage, need more work. And just as information, if you would like to make your green color lighter, I would go to make it lighter with yellow, not with the white color, because white can make the green a little bit cool. I would love to have warmer tones, so yellow would be amazing to make the color just a bit warmer. If you like white, of course you can mix with it, but please add yellow as well. Yellow and white, both of them, to make your green lighter. If I bring it higher, I hope you can see the brush stroke I randomly add like that. Even I can add the water, mix with my paint, help my brush move easier. I try to use different value of the green, even light and dark, and cover the rest of the canvas with it, like that. This long triangle part left. So for that one, I would go a little bit bluey green. So I have the green, let me add more. I have the green, and I have the blue. I would go a little bit, mix them together, which I have here. Sorry, I forgot I mixed it before. Blue, green, it's here. Teeny tiny white can make it lighter to be visible for us more. And then even for our nature, we need some lighter tone. Let me show you. Just a little bit white. Yeah, that one. A little bluey green. So I just go for this part of my green nature. If you see, I separate this curve and then the other tiny curve. This blue-green is for the other tiny curve. So I'm done with it. I wait completely dry. Be ready for adding the flowers on top and even more work on the nature. So for yellow that we have, I prefer to I see that the flowers are yellow, but I prefer, because yellow is so transparent. The behaviors of this color, habit of this color is transparency. Most of them. Some of them is half transparent. It depends on the yellow that you have. But I would like to mix it with white, because white can make the yellow a little bit less transparent and more opaque. Then you can help the light yellow color sit on top of the dark green color and show your flower more fresh. So for orange, you know that red and yellow give you orange. I just mix these two together. Depend on how much yellow and how much red you add. You can have dark orange or light orange. So these are. And then pink color. So for the dark pink, we have already alizarin crimson, so we don't need to mix anything. But for the light pink, we need to mix white and red together. So I can do something, because you still work on a green part, and maybe the other friends finish their work. We can do another green part again for the trees that we have, and then we can move on for the flowers. So for the trees that we see on a nature, we just need the green color that we already have it. And then I mix a little darker brown with that. This is the green. We already have the green, so we don't want to have mixture a lot. And then the brown, just put the brown to make it darker. And then still we are in the green part. Then you can move on, come on top and add your green color. So I just go like this, just a line, and you see it's darker because my green has a little browny tone. And make sure the tree is not much big, huge, doesn't need to be, just a little small. And I take my brush, I just do like this shape. This one is a little big. It's fine to make it a little grow till a little yellow part. We don't need much. Okay? Because our friends still work on the green part, so this is better to move on still with the green to keep the green color, and then we can go together for adding the flowers. And then with the dark line again, continue. We need to show a little bit small, like bushes, small bushes. You see, I just try to shape my shape like this. I just try to shape it look like a teeny tiny bushes. Is that fine? Like this. I know there is so much lighter tone on top. No worries of that part. Just one color, which is easier to start. One dark green, and move three, two bushes, teeny tiny bushes, and then a little bit bigger one that here. And then make this line narrow to the end. Make sure not to cover all your sky with the teeny tiny bushes. We still love to have this colorful sky to be visible. Okay, so the same style that we had here, just a little bit pretend to have some more bushes on the stands. Not here, on the top of this hill, which is a little bluey feeling it has. Just a teeny tiny. I go like darker like that, a little flat line, and then I try to shape like this movement. You can touch your side of your brush on your canvas and then it shows those trees or bushes, anything on distance like that. We need to move on for flowers and we have all these beautiful colors for our flowers. And then again, if I show you this beautiful flowers in our green field is really patchy style, and then brush stroke, heavy brush stroke. That's a lot of fun to add all those heavy texture in our canvas. So if you work with one brush, please clean your brush because we don't need to have any green in our brush. And then we would like to start with our colors. I'm going to start with, from here. I go a little bit on the stance. I'm going to start with the orange color. So gently I try to add some orange here. We try to pretend that this is a field of flowers. We are not draw one by one the flowers. Even when it's close to us, just like a brush stroke, it's not showing exactly one flowers in a field. We're just adding like a line or like a brush stroke like this to show that this is a yellow orangey part. So I'm going to add more here. You can not go with the line, just broken line, or even use the tip of your brush like mine. Do like this to cover like that. Or even you can add some more here. And then you can switch to yellow, clean your brush with napkin. You can switch with the yellow one. Add some yellow. Oh, wow, mine is really bright. I need to make it dull. So I would go with yellow ochre or this raw sienna here. Make the yellow a little dull. So I can use that dull yellow here. Even if I'm not feeling happy with this color of flowers, I can cover it with the green, so I'm not worried about anything. So just adding some dull yellow here, there, with some brush stroke that's showing me it's covered with flowers. Okay. And the light one, like a dot, I can bring it here. Even with the other brush, you can just pretend this is a separate flowers with the yellow. Like that, like a dot. I move on with more dull yellow. So if you don't have any yellow ochre, with teeny tiny brown and green, we can make the yellow a little bit dull. Okay. And now it's time for more pinky purpley. I don't want to cover more orange and yellow. So I clean my brush. And I'm going to add more pinky color. I'm going to start with the lighter pink first. And then see, I would go with more darker tone. So cover it with darker pink. Darker pink, I mean pure magenta or pure, what is that? Alizarin crimson or red rose, any pinky color. Something like that. I just add here. And when I'm coming closer, where is the pink? And I take from the side, you see the heavy paint. Heavy paint is visible, which is amazing after it gets dry. When you touch your painting, you can feel all these flowers. So that's amazing. You don't have to go with the pink and purple. Even you can come with the orange. We can come with the red. That's the masterpiece you create. You can add as much as color you like for your flowers. I go with the orange. There is no force to add just pink and purple. I can just go with any color I love. I go with orangey here. And then pure purple. Just go like that to cover it. Sometimes we see that it's covered with lots of reddish pinkish color. We miss the green in between. So again, you can come back and bring some green on top if you like. If you enjoy your flowers to be more, so welcome to add more. That light green color I would like to add here, light greeny bluey. I have light blue and I have a green. I would this colors mix together and reach a little bit lighter bluey green. In some part I just add a little brush like that, like a light color, not much light, a little bit dark is better, like this, to show this what is that, to get rid of one value. It's better to have a different value. In one side I just go a lighter bluey greeny for my trees, and even for here I can just go with one brush stroke like that, and that's it. That blue, when it's come on top of the painting, help it just turn out beautifully. I hope you agree with me. This bluey color when it's come on top of the green, the dark green. You don't have to add if you don't like it, but I love to have more different colors on my painting, especially this one.